Ah, no, it's not what I wanted. No, 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 no. No, it's not. No. There we go. Oh, no, what? I don't care. Go away, ad. I want to see the chat. There we go. Hey, guys. Hey. So I gotta do a warm-up first, because I haven't drawn it all today, and then I'm gonna get to work on that commission. Okay. How you guys doing? Oh, I hope you enjoyed it. My Slime Rancher live stream was really fun last night. Moist mommy, what? Oh, Landon, man. Oh, I've been there with wisdom teeth. I know the pain. It sucks. You giggle that much before? Am I giggling a lot? Yay! I'm sorry, Kiwi the Peewee. It's what my commissioner paid for. They wanted this time slot. Hey, Spiritless Wolf. Hello, hello. Oh, you drink again? No, it's one in the afternoon. Come on. And I wasn't drunk in my last stream. I had a shot in my soda, but I mean, I guess that was still inebriated. Right now, I just have some peppermint tea because I've got some really bad cramps going on. Oh. Did you ever get my message on DeviantArt? I believe so. If I didn't reply to you, then I probably didn't get it then. You were a bit crazy. I love your style. It gives me like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know because I've never used Fire Alpaca. Oh, well, Anime Girl answered your question then. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Alexa Mendez. Well, if you want to commission me, my commissions are open. Just email me at my work email. Or message me on DA or for Affinity or wherever. I think I made this character too thick. It's either I made him too thick or not thick enough. Yeah, they've got like no midsection. This isn't the commission, this is just a warm-up. Because I haven't drawn today. Because you should always do drawing warm-ups before you work, so that way you're loosened up. Yeah. It's like a workout, just more frustrating. Yeah, pretty much. For a PayPal, do you do a business account or a personal account? I started with a personal account, and I think you should start with a personal account, then move into a business account. Oh, hey, Meowmas, that's cool. Hope your brother has a good birthday in Japan. I know, it's my weakness. I always draw the girls thick. I mean, it's not usually a bad thing, but... hate when it does that. Gotta get that curved spine, bro. I've been noticed. Yeah, no problem. Wait, it's supposed to start at... Wait, what? It's supposed to start at 3:33? What? Hey, Useless Motions. Hope you have a good birthday. Ugh, my eye. Yeah, I need to... gotta thin the thickness down. Okay. The chat's... I know! Oh my gosh! The chat's moving so fast, I'm not used to this. See, hold on. What do you use to sketch in... I use Easy Paint Tool Sai. My face. Oh, yeah, I have, like... I find it so funny. People are like, why do you hide your face? And I'm like, I really don't. I have vlogs on my channel where you see Cody and me. And I have pictures of myself on DA and Instagram and stuff. I just don't tend to record my face very often. That's cool. I love your stream channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Paranormal experiences? Yeah, I've had a couple. I can talk about them if you guys want. I love drawing boobs without nips, but I don't know if I should post that or not because my mom might get mad at me. Well, hey, if your mom might get mad at you, then don't do it, man. Yeah, my face should be like right there. Secretly using my phone. Shh, don't get in trouble now, man. Okay, let's see. Hold on, I need to change the music because the music I can't talk when there's lyrics. I know you guys can't hear it because YouTube, doesn't like music. But I need to have something in the background. Alright, let's see here. Oh, carnival music. That's perfect. Okay, let's see. When I was really little, what happened was... I've always been into paranormal and magic and junk like that when I was a kid, because my family kind of was too. Mom, not so much, but my dad very much so. And ironically enough, the most vivid, terrifying experience... I talked about this on Aerofix's channel when we did a live stream on her channel forever ago. But what happened was, I was with my buddy John, and it was back when I was in middle school. We were talking, of all things, we were talking about paranormal stuff. And my mom was talking about some of her experiences. My buddy John was like, oh yeah, I don't believe in that stuff. And I honestly wasn't really paying much attention. I didn't really care. But I started to feel really, really cold. And it's weird. Whenever, I've felt anything, it's usually the opposite of how it's supposed to be. Usually when something's cold, it's good. And when something hot is bad. But whenever I feel really warm, it's usually a good thing. And whenever I feel really cold, it's usually a bad thing. I don't know why, that's just how my body's always been to it. And so, I think that's just my body's reaction, because I hate naturally being hot, so it's kind of like a defense thing. Anyway, I was feeling really, really, really cold, and I didn't know why. And I was looking out the window, because we were at this plot of land that my parents were going to buy before the market crash happened. We were going to move, and there was this, big plot of land my parents were going to buy. So, we were talking about it, and I saw this lady outside of our car, and she was really far away, and she was all in white from what I could see. I couldn't make out a lot of details, but she was walking side to side with our car, and there was nothing around, and she wasn't going in any direction. She was just walking side to side, and I didn't think much of it. And every now and then, because I was listening to what my parents were saying, my mom was saying, and my friend John was saying. And I would, I would turn to my mom or my friend John and be like, yeah, uh-huh. And then I'd look back out the window, and every time I looked back out the window, she was getting closer and closer to the car, but she was still walking side to side. So she wasn't walking towards the car, she was just walking side to side. And me being an idiot didn't think anything of it. As an adult now, I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking terrifying. But, she was just walking back and forth, and then it finally got to the point where, I didn't realize how close she had gotten, so we were talking for a long time, and I was joining in the conversation. I don't even remember what the fuck it was about, but I got, so painfully cold, and when that happened, I looked out, and I saw her right by the car window, looking into the car, and I remember I just screamed my head off, and my mom, freaked out, because my mom didn't see anything, my friends didn't see anything. I remember just screaming bloody murder, and my mom driving off, because, suddenly your kid starts screaming bloody murder, and it's what the hell's going on? So, we drove away, and I didn't look back, and I never went back to that plot of land. So, yeah, that happened. And we never went back there. We ended up... It wasn't because of that. It was because of the market crash. We ended up never buying that plot of land, thank God. But, yeah. That was my most vivid, like, because I've always seen things, and people are going to think I'm fucking crazy, but whatever. I've seen things, but they always have this weird, like, semi-transparent lucency to them whenever I've seen or felt anything. And so I never thought, but this was, like, a fully solid, like, lady that I had seen, and that was, like, the most terrifying thing. Other than that, I've seen a couple faces, I've seen a couple of figures of people, but nothing too shocking, and, like, I'm not the only one, either. I've had lots of friends who've seen shit, too, so, like, it doesn't make me feel as crazy. So there's a paranormal experience that I experienced. Ignore my bad feet. Alright. Hey, guys, hey. And he goes, hey, well, pretty much, because it wasn't like, ugh, I still don't like thinking about it. It was kind of like, her face was kind of like, it wasn't terrifying, but it was uncanny valley. Like, okay, if anybody's seen Insidious, when they're in, like, the other or whatever, I mean the first one, because the other ones kind of suck. When you see the first one, and they're in the other, or whatever it's called, and you see, like, the people in stop motion, and they have those really creepy-ass smiles, where it's, like, it's just a person, but the way it's done is really fucking unsettling and creepy. That's what she looked like. So she looked like a person, but with a really creepy, fucking unsettling smile. Ugh. Still got the heebies. If Cody was here, he'd give you some of his paranormal experience, because he's also had some, too. Oh, I was just screaming. Like, I wasn't screaming anything. And then my mom found out what it was. She's like, what? It's so stupid. And I'm like, oh, you were just talking about believing in this stuff. And my mom's like, yeah, but they're never, like, physically there. And I'm like, she was for me. Don't know why I'd make it up, or why I'd lie about it. Where's Car Daddy? Car Daddy is actually currently working on his car. Yeah, he's at his grandparents' shop working on his car, because, something about his ball joints not working in his car. I don't speak car, so, like, that doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, my figure's done. I'm good with my warm-up, so I'm just gonna save this as whatever. How long do these pills last? Hold on. How long am I supposed to take these for? Oh, stupid peel here thing. I'm in a lot of pain right now. Not like art pain, I'm in like lady pain. Stupid peel here sticker. Get off. I want to read how long it is until I can take another one, because it hurts. My cramps are back. Oh, I hate this. Damn it, Card Teddy P here for your children. Can you tell us more stories? Let's see. Are you ever gonna do a video about the Denny's affair story, you know? Where the waiter at Denny's thought you were your dad's side chick. I actually might. I was thinking about that. I was writing stuff down for my future videos for this month. Got you, stupid sticker. Okay. How long do I take you for? Yeah, well, I'm not pregnant, so that's good. I just need to know a time frame. Caffeine warming. The recommended dose is a lot of caffeine, as much a cup of coffee. Well, that's fine. That's not what I need. I need to know how long I can take you for. Yeah, that's fine. Give me a time frame. Pregnant or breastfeeding? No, I want a time frame. There we go. Every 6 hours. That's so hard. Why is that at the end? Sorry. Story about numbers. Heat pads are good for cramps, but I don't want to use one right now. Oh my god, sweater, pajama, AJ. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I've always had big jubblies, and it fucking sucks, because I love hugging people. But man, sometimes it's like, the boob squish. It hurts. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Stories. I'm trying to think of some. Let's see. I've got a couple. You all know what you're talking about. I know, but hey, some people get super grossed out when you talk about periods, but Story about exes. I actually, well, I mean, I guess I have an ex story, but most of my exes weren't that weird. I always hear chocolate helps, but I don't like chocolate. Chocolate does help, but I kind of want to save my chocolate for, like, later. Let's not give Michi more chocolate. The first drink didn't go well with chocolate. Honestly, I have, like, new chocolate, and it didn't get me sick, so I don't think that's what it was. I think it was the ramen. Why don't you get a hot water bottle? I don't want to get hot. I don't like being hot. I know, it sucks, because it's like, oh, everyone's like, oh, when you have cramps, just put a heat pad on, because a friend of mine gave me a heat pad, and it works great, but just, oh, some days, man, just don't want to deal with it right now. Don't know where that accent came from. Okay. Also, the reason why I'm drawing this a bit differently than I normally do is these are busts, so. Okay, get the basic idea out there. Oh shit! Someone gave me a super chat. Oh my god, man. Thank you so much, Blythe LaBelle. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Hey, made you tell us if you could make any type of game, what would it be? Oh, Julia games? Hands down, Metroidvania game. I fucking love Metroidvania side-scroller pixel games. Like, I love pixel art. I always have. So hands down, if I could, Metroidvania pixel game. Like, I'm loving the new Metroid, but I am a little disappointed that they went with the 3D renders from Castlevania Mirror of Fate. And I like Castlevania Mirror of Fate, but I'm like, come on, just look at some amazing pixel art we've got now in pixel games. You could have easily made a beautiful pixel side-scroller. But no, it has to be all 3D. I have a gay friend named David, and he used to make fun of me while I was on my womanly. But it's okay, because I'd always sleep over at his house, and he'd sit on my lap and feed me grapes. You know what, Nixus? That's an amazing friend. That's an awesome friend right there. Try Untold Tales. It's downloadable. Just start to Valley. You can. Oh, okay. Have you played Cuphead? I have not played Cuphead yet. I do want to, though, because I think it's adorable. I admire pixel art because it's so hard and takes so much time. Oh, it fucking does, man. It really, really does. Hold on, I gotta... Let's see. Which way should I have them be? Okay, I'm gonna have the redhead be in the middle and the white and the black one be on the other side, so... You'll be on this side, because you're a cutie. I just sort of like diamonds, have circle markings, and she's blind. Oh, diamond-shaped eyes. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Hold on, what is this? What is this? What is this? Okay. Okay, what time frame? Sorry, that's my buddy Val, because we gotta record the next episode of the Book Rambles. Because the Book Ramble podcast, October is getting lucky. You guys are getting 2 Book Rambles podcasts. I messed up my chat. Don't give mine to the extra 10. You're a great artist and I listen to you right. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's so sweet, man. Ah, I feel so loved. Thank you. 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Okay, that works. Yeah, that's the downside with working with Val. I love her. I love her. It's not her fault because she lives in Canada, so we have to like always work through our time constraints. Well, thank you so much, though, man. It means so much to me. Are you gonna do Inktober? I am doing Inktober. Got any work stories? Let's see, wait. Do you guys just prefer to draw females? What? Oh yeah, I draw guys. I'm like 99% of the time commissioned to draw females. I actually have a lot of male characters too. I like drawing the dudes, just people like me to draw the chickies. Oh, I thought someone texted me on Messenger. Nope, that was me, sorry. Okay, that works. Okay, perf. Okay. Yeah, I made a work story vid. That was a recent one I did, actually. It's actually funny, though, because I'm gonna do a video about, like, good things that have happened. I feel... I feel bad. I didn't realize, like, so many of my things are horror stories and stuff. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, your life must be so terrible. You've been through so much. And I'm like, my life's not that bad. Like, I mean, I've had shit happen to me, but so has everybody. So it's one of those things where, you know, like, as much as it is to say, you tend to forget the good times and remember the bad. Not that I don't have good memories, because I have a fuck ton of those. I need to sit down and record them. I watched it and I cried the whole time. Who needs a heating pad? We have a kitten constantly. Oh, wish I had a kitten. Meh. We can't have cats in this area because of the whole because of where we live. There's like a really bad coyote problem, and the in-laws don't like closing doors for their dog, so the cats are like outside inside cats, and so because of that. Oh, what? Okay, that was weird. The chat just glitched out. That's not a good sign. Okay, so my chat just glitched out on my phone. If I cut out, I will come back the second my internet comes back. So don't freak out, guys. I will be back as soon as my internet comes back. Just because the fact that, since my phone glitched out right now, it's worrying me a wee bit. So I look at the chat. So yeah. The little girl's birthday actually made me cry. Man, that day made me fucking cry. I remember, that day messed me up, man. Also, I need to point out, it wasn't my idea originally, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's so sweet for your idea. I honestly, because I wanted to do something for her, but I didn't know if we could or not, you know, because rules now are fucking stupid. Like, there is one more horror story I guess I could say that happened with my school, so... It's not that bad, it's just, I think it's fucking stupid, but it's just how the world works now. So what happened was, when I was a teacher's aide, I believe this was my second year, you know, when you're a teacher's aide, sometimes the kids, very sweet, but they can be a bit dumb. So we had this bathroom that was like a public bathroom, and honestly, me and my other teacher's aide, we would use it all the time because it was right by the classroom, so it was a lot easier than walking to the teacher-appropriate bathroom. So because of that, oh, hey Zodiac, how you doing? So because of that, we would go there. Well, we were escorting some students to the bathroom, and it was me, my TA, one girl, and another girl. I don't remember. Well, I remember the girl that the story's about, but I don't remember the other girl that was there in my class, like, at the time. And so what happened was, the girl we were with, we were just talking, and the girls went to the bathroom, but one of the girls got stuck in the stall. And she locked it, and for some reason, the poor girl was terrified and couldn't unlock the door to the stall, okay? And so we're trying to talk her through it, and she's screaming, and she's crying, and she's freaking out, and we're trying to talk her through it, and she just wasn't getting it. She wasn't getting it, and she was freaking out, and I go to my TA friend, and I'm like, what do we do? She's locked in here, you know, and so she's freaking out, she's crying, she's trying to get out of the door, and she can't get out of the door. So I'm like, what should I do? What should we do? Because I was freaking out. This poor girl's freaking out. I don't like kids freaking out. It always just, upsets me. So she's like, well, why don't you go under and help her lock her? So I'm like, okay, so-and-so student, you know, your pants is back on, right? And I, you know, made sure. Like, I had her come to the door, and I didn't really look, but you can look down and see, like, their ankles and stuff. So I'm like, okay, her pants are on. So I got on the disgusting bathroom floor, and I crawled under. She was crying, and she was hugging me, and she was like, thank you, Mrs. Porter, thank you for saving me, and I unlocked it. I unlocked the door for her. It was no big deal. She was giving me a bunch of hugs and kisses. Like, she wasn't like, well, she was she was kissing my shirt. I didn't like lean down. I'm like, it's okay, you're out of the bathroom, everything's fine. And my teacher's aide friend was snickering, and the little girl's friend that was in my class was like, oh, yeah, it's so nice, Mrs. Porter saved you and stuff. And I didn't think anything of it because, the poor girl was like freaking the fuck out. So we take her back to the classroom. I tell my teacher what happened. My teacher kind of laughed about it. Was like, oh yeah, that happens. The kids forget to lock themselves in or whatever. Everything's fine and dandy. So I go into work the next day, and the principal calls me in her office. And I'm like, hey, I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, listen, a parent said that you were in the bathroom stall with a student. And I'm like, yeah, with my other TA, and the other student. Like, and I explained what happened, and my principal looked really fucking annoyed, and I was like, is everything okay? And she's like, so the mom complained since you were in a stall with a student who's underaged, and I'm like, wait. Is she suggesting that I molested the student? And the principal's like, no, because the student, doesn't say that. The student was thanking you, but the mom was like, that is such gross misconduct. The TA shouldn't be in the stall with my daughter. When I wasn't, I, crawled on the bathroom floor to unlock it so this poor girl wouldn't have a fucking panic attack. And so my principal was like, listen, you're not in trouble, but now you and the other TA can't use that bathroom. And you can't escort the students to the bathroom. So we had a lot of other kids get locked in the stalls that year, and we just had to listen to them scream. Because we would call the proctors and the other students, and they would just be like, okay, well, mom of so-and-so complained. We can't go in there. We got to talk the poor screaming kids out of it. And this one, like I said, it happened a lot that year. And it's happened since because I was let go because of budget cuts. And my teacher friend still worked there. And she would just text me. She would text me and be like, so another kid's locked in the stall that we can't help because of so-and-so's mom. Like, yeah. I guess I was supposed to just let the girl scream. Yeah, so word of the wise, just know, because a friend of mine, another story, a friend of mine has a son who is severely autistic, okay, and he's a young kid, and he had to go to this special, like, autistic daycare thing, and before going to normal preschool to go in kindergarten, so he could, like, be acclimated, because he's very high on the spectrum, but he's very high functioning, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I know it sounds very adulty, but because of that, they wanted to, like, integrate him into a normal classroom, since he is able to. So, at the preschool, at the time, he was potty trained, but not fully potty trained, like, because of the autism thing. So he was good about it, but sometimes he made mistakes, so he had to wear diapers. Well, my friend's my friend's boyfriend, the dad to the boy, to her son, why am I stumbling over my words, was like on this huge rant and rave about how, like, well, that's stupid. If he messes himself, he's in a diaper, they're at a preschool, it's like a daycare thing, they should learn to do diapers. And I'm like, they can't because of health code violations. Like, well, that's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. If a kid messes themselves, the kid shouldn't sit and shit all day. And I'm like, you're right, they shouldn't. But I'm telling you right now, I bet that rule's there because some mom complained. And so the dad was pissed off and went to the school and was like, why the fuck is this a rule? If my son accidentally messes himself, I don't want my kid getting a rash because he's sitting in his own shit all day. And the principal told him exactly what I said was going to happen. He was like, well, a couple of years ago, a mom complained that, we changed a kid's diaper and we can't change diapers anymore because, we were molesting the fucking students. And it's like, he's like, that's fucking stupid. And he's like, I know, but gotta save our own asses. So I thought it was one of your speed paid story times. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, so that's why if you guys ever have kids or no kids or have, like, younger siblings or something and you ever see a weird rule, it sounds stupid out of school, the reason for the weird rule, if it's in public school or a public thing, most likely it was because his parent was a dumbass and they ruined it for everybody. So, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things I learned in my life. Why am I not allowed to eat at lunch because a salty mom complained? Pretty much! Like, I remember this one mom tried to get, like, all of the peanut butter kicked out of the school because her kid was allergic to peanuts. And by that, I mean, like, for all the other kids. And, like, I remember my principal had to stand firm. This, like, well, your son brings a bag lunch every day, right? She's like, yeah, but he shouldn't have to. This is a public school, so they should be having the needs. And it's like, we're not going to cut fiber out of every other student's diet because your kid's allergic to peanuts when you already give him lunch to school. Like, the fuck, Mom? Don't be dumb. But, what can I say? Some people are just dumb. Okay. Oh my god, like, there's a health law that prevented me from dropping off homemade cupcakes to my niece's class yesterday. Oh, okay, BR44N5M. There is a reason for that. I actually know why. There's a reason for that, for the cupcakes thing. At my school, we had the same rule. Like, they had to buy, you couldn't bring self-made cupcakes. They had to be sealed from a store, like the pre-made cupcakes from a store, and they had to be sealed with the sticker, and you had to bring the receipt. At least at my school, they had to do that because before I was working there, a mom poisoned the staff because she didn't like the staff. So she brought homemade brownies that were full of laxatives, and so the district was like, that's it, no homemade goods. No homemade goods at all. Oh, that's great. I'm happy that you were able to draw Anna from Overwatch. I know she's complicated. Yeah, no, some crazy nut job mom poisoned the staff, and so they're like, nope, no brownies, no cupcakes, no cookies, nothing homemade. Yeah, they laced it with laxatives because they thought it'd be a funny joke. Wait, at Moreno Valley College is a boy is picky. They're really picky with the Halloween stuff this year. Oh, that sucks. Why are they being picky about Halloween stuff? Okay, so you also have diamond-shaped eyes, so I need to write that down. D eyes. Let's see. You have a little boopy nose, it looks like. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a little boopy nose. Boop nose. Oh, okay, but I do have a good story. Okay, so, because I want to talk about more positive things. So, it was really sweet. Okay, so, since I was the other TA, a lot of parents didn't recognize me. The kids did. So, when it came to, like, Christmas time and stuff, I wasn't really expecting to get any gifts from the students, because even though I worked there full-time, you know, most parents were used to a kindergarten class having one TA, not two. So, it was around Christmas time, and, you know, like, my other TA was getting gifts, and my teacher was getting gifts. And it was super nice and stuff. And this, like, one of my little boy students, he came up to me with a little picture, because he knew I liked drawing, and I still have it. And he drew me, oh, what was it? I forget what it was, because it was, you know, it was like little kid drawing. But he's like, here you go, because you like art. And then he, like, gave me a little Halloween pumpkin, like the little Reese's pumpkins. And he's like, and I know you like chocolate, so I was saving this for you. I didn't eat it. And I was like, oh, thank you! It was so cute! It was adorable. It was like, so, I felt kind of bad, 'cause when I went to eat the pumpkin, it was like, you know when chocolate's been, like, out for a while? Like, it was still in the wrapper, but it's got, like, that weird, kind of, like, light brown coloring to it. Where it's, because it's like, you know, it's supposed to be brown, but then it's got, like, other little lighty brown parts to it, so it kind of gone bad, but I was like, oh, so cute. Right? And I didn't fucking tell anyone. Well, maybe my TA was like, that's so cute, and then another kid, I always complained, mostly to my boss, I never did to the kids, that, like, my hands would hurt, because if it gets too cold, my hands do hurt. And so another student around Christmas time bought me, like, the cute little 99-cent wool gloves and was like, for your hands. And I'm like, oh, you innocent children. You're so cute. I wish kids loved me that much. Why'd your school ban sport bras and stuff like that? That's so dumb. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's so funny is when people, like, say they hate kids. Nothing on you guys. It's just because they've dealt with really bad kids, but... When I went from my time being a teacher's aide, it really, really opened my eyes that literally, like, 99% of the time, if you have a bad kid, it does stem from shitty parenting. But you try telling a parent that, they will lose their shit. Slightly smaller head. Okay. Ooh. These centaur girls are so fucking cute. Let's see. Sexist dress code again. Okay, so funny story about... I have a funny story on dress code, too. So back in my high school, my school was super biased, and I did not realize it at the time. It was, like, really gross. Okay, so we would have, like, our school had a dress code, and, like, people are gonna get on, might not like this, but I don't think, even back when I was this age, I don't think, you know, 14-year-olds to, like, 14 to 16, I think 17 to 18, it's kind of okay, because you're starting to become an adult-ish, but when you're, like, 14 to 16, when it's still, like, illegal, I don't think you should wear a tube top to school. Call me old-fashioned, you know... Even in my generation, I sound so fucking old. I'm not even old. But, because I would see girls who were my age who would wear, like, booty shorts to the point where I'm like, those are underwear. Those aren't booty shorts. And I can tell you're not wearing underwear because they're the place where underwear should be. Like, if you're at a beach or something or by a pool or it's summer, I can see it. But I'd see girls wear those and then tube tops where it's just a tube top. So I'm like, okay, I don't think you should be sexualizing yourself in that way, even back when I was that age. Thought it was kind of weird. But our school had a super big dress code against that. But the hot girls always got away with it. Because me and my friends, because we were the, you know, the goth slash nerd slash outcast kids, we would see the proctors and the security flirting with the students. Like, they would open, like, I remember because there's this one girl... She was very, very pretty. And she knew she was pretty. She was nice, but she got away because she knew she was pretty. So she wore a tube top, a belly button ring. I knew it was a belly button ring because, you know, everything fucking showed. And those underwear freaking jean booty shorts. And she was just laughing and giggling with a security guard. And me and all my friends were like, yup. See, that's not proof that there's favoritism with the dress code. Because I got dress coded once. And so did Cody. I got dress coded because the jacket I wore it was a purple, like, zip-up jacket, and it had, like, a gun pattern on it. I thought it was really cute. Thank you, reminder bell. And so, like, and I remember Cody got dress coded because he wore a fucking trench coat. And it wasn't even, like, a school shooter trench coat. It was, like, a gray trench coat. Because he just liked trench coats. And they're like, can't wear that. And I would be like, you can't wear that. And then I'd point to, you know, the hot chick. And I'm like, well, what about her? And they're like, oh, we're going to get her. And I'm like, yeah, when you're done, you know, I fucking her. Of course you are. Or there was another time where I remember my friend and I wearing the exact same shirt one day. And she's one of those, like I said, I was always kind of a big bitch. But I had very big jubblies. I still kind of do. And so, I remember my buddy, I'll call her Allie. She's one of those girls, she was very small and very thin. So she was very flat, but she was, like, super cute. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was, like, I'm 5'3", but she was shorter than me, and she was super small. She's, like, one of those really cute little small girls. And we wore the exact same shirt. And it was one of the shirts where it had, like, the long sides. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, where the armholes, it's like a tank top, but it had long sides. But we always wore sports bras, so, you know, it would cover our skin. You wouldn't see anything. So we were wearing the exact same outfit, and we were wearing jeans, and we were at lunch, and she got dress coded, and not me. She, the girl who was flat. And she said, she's like, why isn't Michelle dress coded? And they're like, oh, well, it looks good on her. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we talked to the principal about it, and the principal didn't do anything, because the principal didn't care. We weren't important kids. They were just like, it's against dress code, don't do that. So, but yeah, I personally believe in that. It's just back on the sexy outfit thing. I'll let people be like, right! So, like, I went with her and I wore the PE shirt of shame because I didn't think it was fair. Because back in my high school, if you were dress coded, you had to be put in your PE clothes. So since she did it, I'm like, fuck that. I should be dress coded too. We're wearing the same shirt, even though it's not bad. Your hair is touching your shoulders. Are you not allowed to have your hair touch your shoulders? What? What logic is that? That's so weird. Okay, so oval shaped. Oh, well, that goes in my normal style, so that'll be fine. No, let's see. My name was used in your story. Oh, I'm sorry. I just picked a name at random. Sorry about that. Wear more than one earring. I thought was dumb. Yeah, the rules with guys were always stupid. I remember because kids in my school would break constantly. It's like, oh yeah, if they're outside at lunch or at recess, the guy can be shirtless, but a girl can't. And I'm like, they're not saying get your titties out, but it's like, if it's fucking hot and you're wearing a sports bra, I don't see why you can't, you know, take your shirt off. Like, oh. You're covered, so I think the dress code rule is fucking stupid. And I think it's stupid that it, like, varies from school to school. It's never, like, a set rule. It's always like, oh, well, it could be this or it could be that. And it's just like, bitch, why? Let's see. Let me see. What's another good story? Oh, okay, so I have another funny story. So, many moons ago, it was the, like, well, normal people call it the Sadie Hawkins dance, but at my school we called it the backwards dance. Because the girls asked the guys. So Cody and I were dating at the time, so we went to the backwards dance, and it was Alice in Wonderland themed. And we were super excited because we loved Alice in Wonderland. And I remember me and my whole group went all out, and we went in costume. I was the Cheshire Cat, Cody was the Mad Hatter, a friend of mine was the Queen of Hearts, her date was the Knave of Hearts, her sister was the White Queen, who else did we have? Because we had a big group where we were like the whole thing, and it was lots of fun, and like everybody was asking for our pictures and stuff. And then I go to a private school and they have a strict demon plus their sex. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Varys Longo. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, so we were super excited because, like, we were like, oh, we have to be in the yearbook because we were the only people who dressed for the fucking theme of the dance. But no, none of my group got the pictures, even though everyone else was, like, complaining that year, because we weren't the Tweedles. We didn't match, and it was like, they didn't even dress as Tweedledee Tweedledum. They dressed, like, in the same clothes. It was stupid. I thought it was stupid. Okay, so, let's see. Because lice are free. Young girl had long hair. Ooh, you had a lice outbreak? I hate the idea of lice. I don't like bugs. I hate insects. I loved Insectoid, like, in fantasy stuff, but in real life, I just, I do not like insects. So, like, I'm so glad I never had lice, knock on wood. And I remember when I worked with the school, my school was, like I explained, not in the best neighborhood, so we had lice outbreaks all the time. Because people wouldn't wash their fucking kids. I remember, because this one girl got lice like 4 times, and the mom complained, because we were like, okay, all you gotta do is change her sheets every other night. I'm like, what if I don't want to change her sheets every other night? And we're like, well, this is why your little shit has lice every fucking week, okay? You gotta change them. The lice are living in the sheets. Had a mumps outbreak. Ooh! How'd you have a mumps outbreak? Did you not vaccinate your school, explosive kitten? Ooh. This is why you vaccinate your kids, people. Also, oh my god, the chat is going so fast. I feel like her hair is going to cover everything. You guys know me and hair, though. I love me some hair. Okay. Let's see. No, it's still not working out. Let's see. Maybe if I do it this way. No. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, that's a better rendition of it. And then I'll flip it. Okay, hold on, let's see. Can't look at nipple. Oh my god. A snake was in our school once because there were so many mice in our school. Oh my god, that's great, Unicorn Gaming. Yes, useless Mations, what's up? I am looking at the chat. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, question. If you could have any animal companion, fictional or real, what would you have? I'd probably be lame and I'd just go with a dragon, because dragons are awesome. I kid you not, me and this guy I hate have the same pencils, had the same test results and the same wrong answers. Creepy. Ooh, that is weird. Okay. Okay, how does your hair work? Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so doot. Okay. Oh, no, not pen. I want marker. That's probably they got it fixed. Oh, I'm happy about that, man. Whew. Can you tell us teacher stories? Sure. What else do you guys want to know? Oh, okay. So this was something that was actually really cool that I liked in my school that like I didn't get to do as a kid. So when it was Christmas time, it's a good thing. They told us like, okay, each person's gonna have set up a little thingy, so kids are gonna spend the day doing craft stuff for Christmas stuff. So it was like making little stockings or making cookies for Christmas tree. Like they were already pre-made cookies, but they were icing them and stuff. You know, making little cards. It was really cute. They had like this fun little like station thing set up. So every like 30 minutes or so, they would switch stations. So each kid from each class, and like all the kindergarten kids did it. And it was really cool, and like they had bags that we got to decorate with our students. And I remember because a lot of teachers were coming to me because at the time I was Jewish, and you know they were like, "Oh, can you give us some insight on Jewy things?" And so I was like, "Well, there isn't much to do really. Like get some matzah, get a menorah, maybe find some Jew cookies." And I found out, surprisingly enough, there were a couple of Jewish kids in my school, which I was like, "Oh, so that's cool." So when they found out, they were like, "Oh, Mrs. Porter, you're a Jew too. I'm not alone." And I'm like, "Oh, kids, I know the feels. I know what it's like to be the only Jew in school." So it was like super cool. I made gingerbread cookies out of milk cartons. Yeah, they had that thing. They had that too. Jewy things. Well, I don't know. I was just like, okay, it's so funny because my parents were super like unorthodox when it came to Jew stuff. So like we went to temple and stuff. But my dad didn't because my dad wasn't a Jew. So when we did, Jew stuff, it wasn't like normal Jewy households. It wasn't like we didn't get Christmas. My parents were like, no, your dad's not a Jew. If you want to do Christmas, you get Christmas. So we would do Christmas and we would do Hanukkah. And people would be like, oh, well, you could double the presents. And I'm like, no, we get like little things, for Hanukkah. Because it's like you get 8 presents for 8 days. And they're never like, oh, it's not like you get 8 Christmases. You get a present a night. So, and they're usually small and they build up. So that's what we would always do. So it would be like, okay, on the first night of Hanukkah, we'd get like a menorah and maybe some, oh, fuck, what's it called? It's been so long. Not a menorah, a dreidel, but, why can't I think of the coins? The chocolate Jew coins. Was it Gimel? I think it was Gimel. Let me look this up. This is going to bother me. Sorry. Let's see. Chocolate Jew coins. Oh, it's Gelt. I was close. It's Gelt. We'd get Gelt. We'd get, like, fucking though, okay. Potato pancakes. Latkes are amazing. I love latkes. One of the best things Jews ever made. Yeah, Gelt. That was it. Thanks, guys. I'm half German and British. My friends are... Those coins are Jewish. I always got them from you. I can't believe you're Jewish, Michi. I'm not Jewish anymore. I'm not Jewish. I was raised Jew. I was born Jew, but I'm not a... I don't believe in that as my faith. Not anymore, anyway. Had some incidents happen, and it kind of soured me to it. Oh, latkes are so good. Mardi Gras, French, not Jewish. Yeah. No, I hated the excuse they used when the opposite gender was bullying you, and they'd be, oh, it probably means they like you. Ooh, Anime Girl 721. That happened to me in middle school. I got... Okay, I'm not really comfortable talking about what happened. I was severely bullied in middle school, in elementary school. Severely bullied. And my teachers and the principal would be like, they just like you. And I'm like, And then ironically enough, I found out one of the bullies that bullied me very badly is now a rapist and in jail. And I'm like, It's almost as if the warning signs of them assaulting a girl their age could have been a warning. That they have issues of anger towards women. maybe that was a sign, not kids. And I'm not joking about rape. This is, like, serious. I found out, like, kind of semi-recently in the past couple of years of being like, oh yeah, remember so-and-so? And I'm like, how could I forget? He severely assaulted me in, like, 4th grade. You know, not sexually assault, but he beat the fuck out of me. And they were like, oh, well, he's in jail and a rapist now. And again, I'm like, maybe there was signs there. And the whole boys will be boys thing is fucking bullshit. Yes, red flags. Bros, I know I'm not mean to do this, but I just made a video and I need you to check it out because I need your help on my video. Sorry, Jesse Sparkles, don't do that. I don't personally do that. I don't have time because I gotta work on this. What are your beliefs? I'm a witch. Like, technically. And the chat goes quiet. That's what I thought. Michi, I can relate to this shit you've seen in school. And it's nice to know someone who wasn't... Let's see, someone who wasn't too far away, who's gone through shitty teachers. Yep. No, not Satanism. Whoa. No, don't fuck with that shit. Yeah, pretty much Wicca, paganism, that's my stuff. You couldn't have prevented it all. Yeah, man, I'm atheist. Let's go party. Let's do this, man! Yeah, no, I'm not a Satanist. I'm not into Satanism. That shit scares me. Don't fuck with demons, man. I guess I'll just talk about it since talking about deep topics. So, what happened? I know lots of Satanists who are just like it's a good underdog story. Oh my god. I mean, technically, Satanism and devil worship are different things, but it's complicated. But pretty much how I came to be... And people are losing it. So how it came to be this way was I've believed in magic and the supernatural and shit like that ever since I was a kid. Because I had seen things, I had felt things, I always felt a connection to certain things, and to all my religious friends out there, because I have some really, really deep-rooted religious friends who, you know, they all talk about having this experience, and they're from different religions, but they all talk about feeling this like sense of calm and knowing and this wash of love. And they had it, like, at different points in their life, but that's when they became super religious. And even my own mom talked about having an experience like that. And I was like, I never had that. So, and as a kid growing up Jewish, it was just kind of like, this is what we do. You know, it didn't really bother me. But as I got older, some stuff happened with our temple that did not sit well with me at all on a personal level. And I'd always been interested into the occult ever since I was a kid. And my dad was into the occult and stuff, so he gave me all of his old paganism witch stuff. Because my dad's actually agnostic, and I remember because he gave me all of his old stuff on my 13th birthday. And he told me when he gave me, because it was this big box of stuff. There was my dad's old tarot cards. There was a couple grimoires in there. There was a fuck ton of books. There were my dad's rune stones. There were some crystals, bunch of shit. And my dad told me, little 13-year-old Michi, like, listen, if you read this, you need to understand you're not going to get any answers. You're only going to have more questions. And if you're okay with that, then go ahead. And, like, as a 13-year-old, I didn't think much about it, so I just read up on it, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. But I was still a Jew. I still kind of believed in it, 'cause that's how I was raised, you know. And then, my grandma passed away a couple years ago, and she wasn't the nicest person, I'll just say that, because I don't feel comfortable talking bad about dead people. And my grandma was very Jewish. My grandma was very Jewish, And my mom, when you're a Jewish person, when you die, you have to have your funeral within 3 days. That's a very big thing with Jews, is you have to have the funeral before sunset on the 3rd day. So, it's always very last minute and everything. And so my mom asked her rabbi if he would do the service, because, he was the family fucking rabbi. You would assume he would do it. And he told my mom no, because the cemetery my grandmother wanted to be buried in, the one my grandmother wanted to be buried in, was not a full Jewish cemetery. She was in a Jewish plot, so only Jews and their, family were there, but it wasn't a pure Jew plot. And so he was like, okay, I'm not, and he was like, I'm not comfortable doing it. I won't do the service. And so my family and I were like, okay, that sucks, but fine. My mom found another rabbi to do it. And the service went through. It was a very nice service. I'd never been to a funeral before, but it was very nice. The other rabbi was super cool. He talked to me and my brothers because he kind of understood what we were going through. And then, afterwards we were sitting Shiva. I always get those confused and I always say it wrong. But in the Jewish culture, what you do is once someone dies, in old culture, you mourn for 7 days. That's kind of a thing. You don't do anything. You don't go to work. You don't go to school. You just mourn for 7 days so you can kind of get over it, sitting Shiva. You do it so you get over the mourning process faster. My parents couldn't do that, so we were at the wake or the Shiva at my house. And we were all just, we were all having a nice little time. We were just talking, remembering my grandma and the good light and all that stuff. And then we hear a knock at the door. Okay? And we're like, oh, this is weird, because my family is, super small, so it wasn't that many people. Probably less than 10, with my whole family and Cody there. And so, my mom answers the door, because we weren't expecting anybody, and out comes the motherfucking rabbi, and I got so mad, because I was like, you refused to do the service, because, it wasn't an all-Jewish plot. The rabbi, the entire time we were there, because my dad wasn't a Jew, ignored my dad in my dad's own house. Because a lot of people don't realize this, with super Jewy Orthodox people, unlike, super Christian or Catholic people who are, assholes if you're not a Christian or Catholic, super Jews pretend you don't exist. They will literally talk to someone behind you before they talk to you if you're not a Jew. They just don't pretend, they pretend you don't exist. And I never fully noticed this because my dad never really went to temple because he wasn't a Jew. He was never a Jew. And so, yeah, because of that, my dad was like, why are you here? Because my dad was rightly pissed. And the rabbi didn't answer him, and neither did the rabbi's wife, pretending my dad didn't exist in his own damn house. So, there was that. And then my uncle, my mom's brother, is also not Jewish. He was raised Jewish, but he doesn't really believe in anything. He's an atheist. And in Jewish custom, what you normally do is you rip a piece of cloth, okay? You rip a piece of your clothing. I don't remember why, but it's something to do with the funeral and the sitting Shiva. And the other rabbi who actually did the service, and by the way, didn't take my parents' money, because my parents were going to pay that other rabbi, and he didn't want to take it because he realized what was going on. Shows a good Jew from a fucking bad Jew. And so the other rabbi's like, you don't need to do that, you just need to do this and bury it with, your mom, which my mom and my uncle Ron did, because it was my uncle. And the rabbi goes to my fucking uncle and it's like, you need to rip your shirt. And my uncle's like, no, don't touch me. And the rabbi's like, no, it's for your mother's honor, and you're a Jew, and you're always gonna be a Jew, and you were born a Jew, and really fucking pushy in our own damn house. And my dad and Cody were like, you can't tell us what to do. And and he's like, it's an honor that I'm here, and he's being super pompous about it. He's like, I didn't have to come here, because, this isn't an all-Jew household and all this shit. And he, was being, super pompous about it. And I was just sitting here this is religion? No. This is disgusting. I don't want this. This isn't the Judaism I grew up with. And, my mom was fucking crying, and, because, my grandma had just died, and we're just sitting here in shock. And then he's like, oh, the rabbi's acting all freaking high and tidy, and his wife is being a fucking mute because, she's not allowed to talk. And it was just so fucking bad, and it left such a terrible taste in my mouth. And I remember after that being like, I can't be a Jew anymore. I still support it as a culture, because it is a culture of my upbringing and my family history, But as a religious faith, seeing people like that, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And so for the longest time, I was kind of like, well, what do I want to do now? I don't feel comfortable with Christians either, because as the only Jewish kid in school, I had a lot of kids trying to fucking convert me. To the point where in my high school, a guy actually brought a whole conversion kit to my lunch, and I drank holy water because he wasn't listening to me about Jew stuff. Like, I'm a very open person. I have had actually great talks with pastors and fathers and stuff about religion and all this stuff who've been very understanding and actually are okay with my beliefs being a fucking witch, you know? And so as I got older and I just passed on, I'm like, you know, I'm leaning more and more into the spirituality and this connection than I ever had with Judaism. I feel more of a connection to something that's out there. And I also kind of believe what my dad believes, and that it's like, you know, something is out there, some sort of force, but it's not, you know, a man in the sky granting wishes to people. It's more so like the force that's our soul that's inside of everybody. And with magic and witchcraft, that just made more sense to me. Do you like philosophy? Yeah, I love philosophy. The Force, pretty much. But yeah, that's my magical story of, and I'm not fucking drawing. I need to be working. Have you ever sleep paralysis experience? No, but my brothers both have. And, like, my view on magic isn't like most people. Like, when people hear, like, you're a witch, it's not like Harry Potter. That shit doesn't exist. It's more so, like, I've explained this to a couple of my other friends. Like, when it comes to magic and spells, they do exist, and I have done some, but it's not in the same way most people do, because I also fucking love psychology. So, you know, you can think of it as two ways. I personally believe this as a certain entity and power, but others who don't, who are atheists and believe in science, you can rationalize it up to just, not positive thinking, I can't remember the word, but it's when, you put a meaning in something, and because your brain believes it as so, it gives it power. If you don't believe in that power, it could just be, you know, this is a rock, but because you believe it gives it, you know, focus or energy or whatever, your body believes it as so. Not so much a placebo, because I forget what the technical psychological term is. You're a witch, Beachy? Yes, I am, pretty much. Oh, well, thank you, Thorn Mines. I'm happy you are. So, like, what happened was, like, seriously, I don't give a shit neither anymore. You should treat religion. I mean, that's how I was raised. I was raised the exact same way. Your religion shouldn't fucking matter who you are. Your belief system shouldn't matter who you are. Or who, you know, who are you are, or what you are. You're a wizard, Michi. Ah. Oh, no, Amashi Arts. I have, like I stated, I have some friends who are very, very big Christians, and they're not assholes. So I know they exist, and I have given Christianity a try. I never felt that connection. I never felt that force like I did when I did with magic, and I also believe, and this is a personal belief, that, you know, as long as you're a good person, wherever you believe you go when you die is where you're going to go. You know, I don't believe in one heaven. I believe in multiple, pretty much. Because I also believe in facts and science, you know. You know, in, like, every single mainstream religion, they all talk about a paradise or, you know, a heaven or, you know, an afterlife of, you know, being in peace and being happy and stuff. But I also believe in science, and I believe in shit like that. So it's like, I do believe everyone has a soul and a power in them. And whatever they believe, if they are genuinely good people, because sometimes good people have to do bad things for really good reasons, it's not going to be held against them. And no one's perfect. That's why we're people. We're meant to make mistakes. That's why we have fucking free will and shit. So that's why I always lean more towards witchcraft and just shit like that, because it made more sense to me. And it makes me happy, and I don't enforce it on people. I'm not gonna be like, you don't believe in the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone? Get the hell out of my face! No. I'm a Christian, but I'm okay with people being atheist or Jewish and following. But yeah, see? Sideways to a story I've been... What an interesting concept. Never thought of it. Well, there you go. Sorry, I've been looking at the chat. I've been talking. People would rather believe the impossible than the highly improbable. Yeah, pretty much. Do you believe in reincarnation? I do believe in reincarnation. But I believe in reincarnation to a sense where you don't know your past lives. I believe in reincarnation as the soul being reborn and keeping a certain entity within that soul, but I don't believe in it being like, oh, I was a ship captain in the Civil War, or something. Like, no, it just doesn't really work like that. People would rather believe in the... What is it called when you aren't an atheist, but you do believe there's something out there that's not Christian? Agnostic, I believe. You're the first person I met with the same beliefs as me that I know of. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I know. I always felt weird because I felt like no one kind of had the same belief system I did. Because again, even as a, even when I was a Jew, I liked it because it was like, a part of my heritage and stuff. But I never felt a connection there. And then I started doing witchcraft and stuff, and it started feeling more natural to me. And again, witchcraft isn't like I was explaining. I'm not into the whole. I don't sacrifice animals. I don't do that shit. I do offerings. But I feel more connection to green magic or white magic than, dark magic. But there are witches that do that shit. But I also personally believe in the rule of 3, and lots of witches do this. Also, fun fact, witch is a gender-neutral term. Many people don't know that. You can be a boy and a witch. You can be, no gender in a witch. You can be whatever you want in a witch. Witch is a genderless term. So if you ever meet someone who's like, oh, I'm a wizard, they're an asshole and they're lying. Like if they're, a male, because the real term is witch. I believe who's here, let's have a party. Zodiac Lord, you're like my dad. He's the exact same way. Okay, the rule of 3 is whatever you put out there in the world will come back at you 3 times stronger. So, if you're doing a spell on, let's say, someone you really care about, let's say, because I've done this, let's say a friend of yours or a loved one is stressing out really, really, really bad, or something like out of their control or your control, and you want to make them feel better, so you do a spell. You can do spells in 1,000 different fucking ways. You can do spells with teas, you can do spells with potions, you could do spells with just, praying to your altar, all that kind of junk, and it will come back at you 3 times stronger. So because of that, you want to usually keep it as good intentions. If you really want to curse somebody, you better be willing to accept that karma's going to come back at you 3 times stronger, which is why I don't do that shit, because I don't want bad shit to happen to me. I'm not saying I'm doing stuff for selfish reasons, that's just what I believe in. And, you never have to start off strong for a spell to work. It could be a small thing, and it's never going to be constant either. It's a very complicated sort of thing. I have a priest that is teaching me religion in school, and he's talking about gay people, and he said that he is normal. All I remember from class is that you have to go to church and make babies. Oh, that's good. I mean, I believe in incarnation, and I believe in the same cases people have weird shards of memory, like people with there's a big talent without training. Okay, yeah, I do believe in that with some weird cherry. But what about warlocks? Is that a thing or is that an insult? Not really. People are called... There are magicians. Like, that is a thing. Magicians are a thing. And not the, David Blaine magicians. That's an actual subsect. But it's... it depends, if a person would rather be called a warlock. I've never met any. Also, fun fact, you don't have to be a part of a coven. If you don't want to, you don't need to be a part of one. A lot of people think, oh, I want to be this and I want to be that, so I gotta join a coven. It's no, I'm not a part of a coven. I just enjoy doing this stuff. What do you think your spirit animal is? Honestly, I think a cat. I know it sounds weird, but it just resonates the most with me. Sloths. Term like wizard, necromancer, sorcerer. tend to refer to the type of magic they use or approach magic. It's simple once you get it, but confusing if you don't. Yeah, okay, no. When you say, yeah, when you put it like that, Tatsu Jade, that's very important. Yeah, that's true. Obviously. Yeah, no, when you explain it like that, Tatsu Jade, that is very important. Mine's a fish. Also, another thing I personally believe in is, like, since you guys asked, I said it, but I don't feel like... okay, like, I have this weird point of view, and my friends have made fun of me for it, where they're like, oh, no. I feel personally that, you know, religion should be sort of like a sexuality. It shouldn't be a thing that, you know, you use as a defining character trait. You know, it's a part of who you are, yes, but it's not... It's like, it's a part of who you are, but it's not a part of your personality. Like, I feel, you know, because I remember people would be like, oh, well, you saying that means that you think gay people should be fired. And I'm like, if it's insulting and distracting the class or their job, yes, but I feel like that with religion too. Unless the field you are working in is in that field. Like, you know, I worked and went to public school. You weren't really allowed to talk about or show your religion. You could wear, like, a cross if you were Christian or something, or a Jewish star or whatever. You could wear, like, a form of it, but you couldn't have it, like, obnoxious everywhere. You know, it's kind of the same thing with, you know, some gay people. I've been around them my whole life, and I love gay people, but I'm sorry, I do feel like if you're throwing it in people's faces, it should be held to the same account as throwing religion in someone's face. How you are outside of your workspace should not affect your work unless that is what you signed up to work for. If you work in an LGBT center, obviously I'm going to assume you're a part of the LGBT, or the QIA plus or whatever, you know? But if you're a public school teacher, I'm not saying, you know, hide who you are, because I think that's stupid. You shouldn't do that. Cody's dad's a teacher, and he's gay. You know, he's got pictures of his husband and Cody all over his place, and he's, you know, he wears his wedding ring to work, but he doesn't have, like, here's a giant pride flag, and we're going to talk about why I'm a gay. It's like, no, you're a history teacher, and he agrees with me on that. He's like, it shouldn't, your sexuality and your religion shouldn't matter in your workplace. Okay, I can't say your name. I'm gonna call you Iris for short. But yeah, no, I completely agree, because again, I was someone who was constantly, like, trying to be converted in my elementary school years from people who were just trying to save my soul because I was going to hell, and I would be like, joke's on you! Jews don't believe in hell! Then again, you know, they also become Dybbuk, so that's terrifying. So it's like, yeah, they don't believe in hell, but if you don't go to paradise, whew! Bad shit, because there's nowhere to banish the demon to. What's your favorite candy if it's not related? No, it's fine, man. My favorite candy is chocolate. You can be gay and be a horrible person, and you can be straight and be a horrible person. You can be atheist and be you can be good, and you can be Catholic and be bad. Yeah, exactly. Like, people are people. And I hate people who use, like, their, like, special trait, because that's what I feel like it's called now, as, like, a get-out-of-free card. It's like, I don't like Caitlyn Jenner. Do I think she's less of a woman? No, I think she's a terrible fucking mom. That's why I don't like her. People are like, oh, you hate trans people, and I'm like, no, I just hate Caitlyn Jenner, because I think she's a bad mom. She's got nothing with her being trans. I just don't like her as a parent. Look at my friends. I have a shit ton of trans friends. And I never say they're trans. I'm like, yeah, this is my bro so-and-so. Or, you know, my bitch so-and-so. Like, because we're friends. Your gender doesn't matter. At least to me. I care about the person. But did you forget about the art? You keep talking just... I know. I need to work. I'm being a bad noodle. I'm sorry. No, you're right. I need to work. I got distracted. Oh, okay, so, Iris, fun story. I think I talked about this in a stream before. So, my ex-girlfriend / friend, because we're friends now, because we dated a long-ass time ago, before Cody. And so, it was funny, when she came out to her mom as a lesbian, her mom was like, oh, that's fine. But when she came out to her mom that she was an atheist, her mom had a problem. And that always laughed to me because it was like, hey, Mom, I'm gay. And her mom was like, yeah, okay, pass the potatoes. That's nice. But then when she came out like, I don't really believe in God, her mom was like, oh, no. You can be gay, but you need to believe in Jesus. I thought it was so funny. And she did too. It was like, yeah, don't care that your kid's gay. You care they don't believe in God. Let's see. Hold on. As someone's previous in polygamy, not bi or polyamorous, aren't interchangeable. What? As someone super fascinated with polygamy, not bi and polyamorous aren't interchangeable. People fake mental illness for an excuse to get attention. Some say it haven't been diagnosed. Oh yeah, no, explosive kitten, that happens all the fucking time. You need Jesus. I have this thing with grizzlies. Let's see. You can be gay, but you gotta believe in Jesus. That's not. I didn't make up that quote. That's what my friend's mom said to her. Okay. I think I gave you too big of titties. Okay, dude. And that needs to be lower. There's an episode of Pop of also the girls met a feminist who used being a woman to not go to jail. Yeah, that was famous. That was the silver dollar chick. I loved that episode. Does it count if you're bisexual? I'm Christian and bi. I mean, I think so. I don't think sexuality matters. I've talked about this before, okay? If God hated gay people, why would he put the man's pleasure spot in the ass, okay? Like, it is a medically proven fact that men like their prostate touched. That's where their G-spot is. If God hated gay people, why would he purposefully put the G-spot for men in their ass if God isn't a little gay? The way I tried to do titties is from... Wait. Oh, sorry. The way I tried to do titties is Frost had smallest, Rowan had medium, and Ash had the largest ones. Oh, no, that helps a ton, Linda. Thank you. Okay, so, yeah, you got... No, that makes complete sense now that I look at it. Nope, you're right. Okay, so... What was the order? Sorry, that's right. Okay, so... Okay, the way I try to do titties is Frost the small, Rowan medium, and then... Okay, got it. Well, the good thing... Okay, so... Flat... Normal... Mungo. Thank you. In case they're going to hell. Well, I came with her. Please replace in hell with rainbows and unicorns. By the way, this is a joke. No, I know it's a joke. I heard that. It's a little random, but if you were to have a child, would you want a boy or a girl? And if they were not straight, would you be happy or no? I mean, well, as a bisexual, and with Cody being raised by, two dads, we don't care. As long as our kids are happy, that's all we would care about. And yes, I do want to have kids someday, just not right now. And Cody and I both agreed we want 2 kids. But we're stopping at 2 because twins run in my family. So, we're hoping I just knock it out of the park, have twins once, get 1 pregnancy, and we're home free. I don't believe in Adam and Eve, but if she is from the rib, doesn't that mean they're related and she's half man? I mean, Kiwi the Peewee, is Lilith's story only in Jewish stuff? Because Lilith showed up first with Adam and Eve. Because it was Adam, and then he was made Lilith, who was his equal, who wasn't made from him. And because she was his equal, she got kicked out. And then he made Eve, who was subservient. Like, look up the story of Lilith. It's pretty fascinating. I'm not even making this up. Adam and Eve and not Steve. And that is to say, it's 50-50 chance of Eve being a woman or a man. Take that. Plus, like, I never understood that logic because science has proven that, like, all fetuses start off female. So, like, technically, by science standards, Eve would have been born first because that's why men have nipples. It's true. You can look this shit up. It's fascinating. I took anatomy and stuff in high school, and the reason why men have nipples is because all fetuses start out female, and then depending on, you know, the gender of the fetus is when the genitals are made. And that's how, like, gender dysphoria and trans happens, is the brain develops as a certain gender, but the body doesn't develop properly. And because of that, you know, or you'll even have hermaphroditic people, you know, because the fetus didn't form properly, and that's just something that happens in nature. Because, I mean, that's what it is, you know. For men, the testes and the scrotum are what, you know, the clitoris is and the ovaries. It's just on the inside. Like, that's how anatomy works. Like, really? Holy shit, my mind's blown. Yeah! That's how it works. That's why men have nipples. My parents are both really Christian, and I'm not that Christian, but I haven't told them because I feel that they will try to force Jesus down my throat. And obviously, okay, for real, Melon Maiden, here's the thing you need to do, and I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of YouTubers won't. I know it's gonna suck, but until you have a safe place to live and a safe environment, probably don't tell them. I know it sucks, but I really hate when I see YouTubers be like, no, who cares if your parents kick you out? You need to tell them you're gay. And I'm like, no, don't have kids be fucking homeless. Have them have a safe place to live. Because, you know, some parents, you know, say they love their kids, and then they do shit like, my kid's gay, so, so I'm gonna kick them out like they weren't my kid because they're gay. And that still happens nowadays. And then there's these poor homeless kids on the fucking street because they listened to somebody and was like, I can't do this anymore. This happened to somebody Aerofix fucking knows, who recently told, like, well, I just couldn't help not telling my parents that I was bi, and they kicked me out, and now I'm homeless living with my friend. And it's like, why did you do that? You should have waited until you had a safe place to do it. It sucks, and it's terrible, and it's awful, but once you're an adult and you can be on your own or be in a safe environment, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. I just want people to be safe. I don't want people to be homeless. And I know it can be hard. Trust me. It might not seem like much, but, you know, as a bisexual, it was really, really hard for me to come out to my parents. And my parents are super understanding. So I know it can be hard and you can be scared, but sometimes it's best just to wait until you have a safety net. And that's how I feel, because I'm seeing people, it's like, no. And I'm like, no, please. Be safe. Then what's the science between the no-gendered people? There is no science on that right now. That's why people are trying to argue it, but there isn't any facts on it. Like, trans people have been around since fucking forever, which is why I think it's funny that, like, people are like, oh, the trans thing is a new thing. I'm like, no, trans people have always been around. Just, you know, back in the old days, they were usually, you know, institutionalized or killed because, you know, these are from the same people who it's like, you know, different, must destroy. It's like, no, there have been trans people and stuff like that throughout history. It's just, you gotta look for it. Parents claim to love their child, and they proceed to list off the things the kid can't be in order for them to continue living their child. Yeah, no, Tatsu Jade, it's exactly that. Yeah, no, and it's still scary. You're exactly right. It is still scary. Me coming out was like, oh, hey, Mom. I'm not sure if I told you not, but I'm bi. Then again, I was 18. Yeah, because, so, see, you were 18. There is a little bit of a difference there. You know? that's great. That's great news. Alia, if I'm saying your username right. Okay. Okay, let's see. What's your little outfit? Also, Linda, I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this. I'm just chatting with people. Which is bad. I'm being a bad noodle. I'm not doing my work. I gotta stop doing that. Ooh. So again, I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I just hope you're having fun. How does this always happen? I just noticed in all my streams, we eventually start talking about serious life advice. It's fun. I like the chats. Yeah, I'm happy about that. I recently found out my sister refers to me as her sibling to people at Foco Games, and I was trying how happy it made me. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy about that. Most cowboys were gay too. There was so much gay people. I mean, come on. It's so funny throughout history. That's another thing I find so funny. Is like, shit, there's just so... Ooh. I mean, the whole don't ask, don't tell policy in the military was huge back then. Also, I find it funny, because the place where Cody and I are getting married, we're like 99% sure the guys who used to own it were gay. Because it's a really old museum, and, you know, the history of it is, like, from the, like, really early 1900s of this museum. And these guys were collectors, and like, yeah, Edward and James never got married, and they were just good friends, and they lived together, and it's like, and there's only one bedroom, and one bed, and they never married or had kids, but they were just good friends. Let's just go with that history. They literally traveled the world together to collect stuff for this museum where we're getting married at. And it's such a beautiful museum too. I love it. And it's this beautiful plot of land, and they have all this stuff, and they even kept some of the letters they wrote to each other. And it's like, yeah, just good friends. Just good friends. Women in samurai Japan were seen as objects, so being a lesbian was dismissed. And that's another thing too. Yeah, no, like lesbianism was like super welcome, even back in like the early media that was on like in newsreels and shit. You would see women like kissing each other and being all cute together, and it's like, oh, they're not gay. That's just how friends greet each other. And like, I'm a very loving friend, and I don't kiss my friends on the mouth. I don't know, I always found that funny. It's like, they're just good friends. It's like, sure, we'll go with that. What museum is it? It sounds pretty. It's beautiful. It's, I'm pretty sure it's called the Edward Dean. It's either the Edward Dean Museum or the, like, I'm pretty sure it's the Edward Dean Museum, because it was Edward, I know one was Dean. One of the dudes was Dean. But yeah, and since they didn't have any kids, since neither of them had kids when they passed away, they left their collection to be turned into a museum. And why I really like their museum too is because it's set up like a collector's house. It's not set up like a normal museum. So they have plaques, of course, of all the little infos. And oh my God, what is wrong with your face? Ooh, honey. Ooh, ooh, your proportions are so bad. Ooh, Lord save me. Oh, Jesus. Why did I give you such a flat face? Ugh. No, you gotta fix that. Ugh. This is why you flip your canvas, people. Jesus, that's so bad. Ugh. This is why you flip your canvas. I'm sorry, Unicorn Gaming. Yeah, I hear that happens too. Oh, yeah, see, Miss Wissy knows what I'm talking about. It's like... Do you think animals in the wild can change their gender? And I'm like, boy. Oh, I hate that. I hate that excuse. There's no trans animals. It's like, well, no shit, because animals aren't sentient beings. And the ones who aren't sentient tend to fuck each other. So, like, what? That logic makes no sense. Ugh. Yeah, it's like, you know, the right? I'm potato sexual. Oh, sorry. Thor even dressed as a woman to trick some giants. Do you have any fandoms? Just wondering. Yeah, I have a few. I'm in BioShock. I'm in Castlevania. Oh, my spine. I'm in Legend of Zelda. Ooh. I'm in Undertale, even though half of the Undertale fandom can be trash. I'm in Steven Universe. Like, the rest of the proportions are fine. What was wrong with your face? Why is it just your face? Oh, no, I have not read that poem yet. Okay, and then I gotta wrap your hair around this. Okay. By the way, Linda, these designs are like super fucking cute, if I haven't already said so. Because I think they are adorbs. Hello, hello. Yeah, I mean, tons of animals change their gender. Like, that's kind of a thing. It's like if there aren't enough males or females, you know, their gender will just switch, so they'll keep their species alive. Okay, that looks a lot better. Ugh, what was wrong with your face? I'm not a big fan of how I did those braids, though. Let's see. That's better. Okay. Sorry, it was bugging me too much. Have you heard of Mother Mother? Yes, I have heard of Mother Mother. Your art style's amazing. Oh, thank you, thank you. When drawing, how do I do freckles? When I do freckles, I just turn my stabilizer off and take a bunch of dots and do this. Boom, freckles. I'm pretty lame. That's what I do anyway. Okay. Just gotta... Come on, erase! Why is it being stupid? There we go. Okay, much better. Okay. Okay, let's get to work on the inking. Hold on real quick, gotta reload the chat, guys. Give me a minute. Hold on real quick, gotta that echo, though. Do you like Mother Mother? It's okay. Hello, 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 hello. Question, have you ever played with a Ouija board? No, I'm not dumb. Sorry if anybody here has. But since, like I said, I believe in that shit, don't open a doorway you're not ready to close. No, it's not what I wanted. Damn it. Let's see. 40, too big. 30, too thick. 25, that's good. 25. Okay, no. No, not hue and saturation. No, I want new. Hold on, gotta set this up. Oh, she's just so cute. Fit. There we go. Okay. Okay. Sorry, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Huh? So what is Michi drawing? I'm drawing a commission for CharoTheDawnClover on DA or Linda in the chat. Because she is an amazing bean, has commissioned me many times to do these commission streams. Oh, I forgot your ear. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't realize I forgot your ear. Oopsie doodle. Okay. That's why it was looking so weird. Okay. What program do you use? I use Easy Paint Tool Sci. Here for another live stream. Holy Jesus. Hey! Do you like Stranger Things? I love that show. Oh, I thought it was great. Which music is this? That's what it was. It was the Journey soundtrack. I'm like, oh, I love this soundtrack. I forgot where I was. Oh, well, thank you. I'm so happy that I inspire you, Capito Art. Oh, well, yeah, there is probably something. If not watching you, you let something out. That's why I don't fuck with that shit. Okay. Oh, my neck. What is Easy Paint Tool Sci? It is the program I use. Oh, thank you so much, man. That's great. How are your chinchillas doing? I think you said in one string you have. Yeah, Alexa Mendez. I have 2 babies. Also, I didn't realize tomorrow is October 1st. So I gotta get to working on those vlogs so you guys are gonna see my life. Because I asked and enough people wanted me to daily vlog for October. Because I do it every year in November. So you get to see what my life is like. My life's pretty boring. But we're doing a lot of stuff in October. So hopefully it'll be fun in that sense. Oh wait, they're diamond shaped. Oops, okay. I totally forgot about that. I gotta fix this. Hold on. Okay. I get to actually draw different shaped eyes for once. I never usually get to do this. Time to get spoopy. Did Tokyo Ghoul? I actually haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul yet, and I want to. What about Inktober? I'm doing that too! Are you planning on doing Inktober? Yes, I am. Yay, I'm happy that I encourage you to do art. Anyone going to dress up for something fun for Halloween? Have you ever gone trick-or-treating? If so, how was it? Oh, I love trick-or-treating. In fact, I did it a lot. I did trick-or-treating up until I was 23. I got away with it because I'm short. So people thought I was young. Hey Michi, since you never get to do Goretober, do you think you really feel like doing Goretober too? Probably not this year, since I'm doing Inktober, and I'm doing Inktober more to like test myself. So I'll probably do Goretober next year. Because I do want to do Goretober, but I clearly would not be able to do a speed paint of that. Because YouTube will not like it, even if it's candy gore. Because YouTube don't like that. They don't. They do not. So I'm getting this right. No, not that one. Darn it. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay. So you're up here. There we go. Martober? Oh, that's gonna be fun. I'm the only one who's not doing Inktober. Hey, there's nothing wrong with not doing Inktober. I'm still here, Michi. It's looking great. Do you think you'll be able to finish this in stream? I plan on it, since it's a commission stream. Hey, Bezzy, how you doing? I didn't know you were creeping. Is your hair long? Yeah, my hair is long. My hair is really long. My hair is down to, like, my mid-back now. It's, like, almost touching my ass. I'm growing it out for my wedding, so I haven't cut it, and I'm not going to cut it until after my wedding. I love your art so much. You're a big inspiration. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Kotober for PG parts of game. Oh, well, hey, that's cool. I'm also... Oh, my God, there's so much shit I gotta do in October. My buddy and I are going to live stream Dead Space 3 when we can manage that. We're doing that in October. I've got Inktober, I've got my vlogs, I got my normal videos. Oh my God, October's gonna be so busy. Oh. But I like to challenge myself, so it'll be worth it. Okay, so delete these. Do you watch anime? I watch some. How well do you draw animals? I'm okay with drawing animals, but they do take me longer because I don't draw them that much. Let's do this, yeah. What's the best Halloween you ever had? Ooh, the best Halloween I ever had, I think, would have to be the first Halloween I had with my best friend. She actually convinced me to go trick-or-treating again because I hadn't in a long time. And we went throughout her neighborhood. I got like 3 times as much candy I'd ever gotten as a kid. I got to go because where she lived, where like all my other friends lived. So, oh, Linda, are you okay with how I do eyelashes, or do you want to leave it as is? I want to ask real quick because I was gonna give her eyelashes, but I don't know if you want me to give the almond eye, the diamond eyed ones eyelashes or not. Should I keep going or just not do it? If you're still here. Oh, hey! Well, Luca Harlan, happy birthday. I like the way you do lashes. Okay, thank you! I just wanted to make sure. Okay. I love how I do lashes too, but some people are like, no, don't do lashes that way, so. Alrighty. Doot. Okay, eyes. Alright. Hey, Michi, I'm working on an art trade right now while listening in. Oh, hey, well, that's cool. Happy to hear that, Night Countess. And so, I know it wasn't much, wanted to be noticed by Senpai. Linda, shush, you're amazing. Oh, hey, happy birthday, Gussie. I never lived in a neighborhood, so I got barely any. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And so before I forget, I'm gonna mirror your eyes. I probably shouldn't, but... Because this one's also diamond shaped, so that's why I'm gonna... Okay. So I don't forget on the other side. Alrighty. Wait, why do you put lots of things on different layers? Oh, just how I always do it. Are you going to Animate Con? Oh, I've never even heard of it. This is just how I work. I've always done this. Ah, no, my stabilizer's off. But Linda is a super amazing bean. She's the one who bought me Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher and Metroid. So this is her payment for being such an awesome bean as I'm doing a commission for her. And she's also commissioned me a couple of times to do other commission streams in the past, so just felt it was more than right. Okay. I get really sad when it gets close to Halloween because I'm not allowed to go trick-or-treating. My family's one of those Christian families that are super against Halloween. It sounds so cool. Aw, Aru, I'm sorry, but hey, you know what? When you're old enough and you'll be on your own, you can go all fucking out because you'll be on your own, you can do whatever the hell you want. Because I know, since, like I said, I was raised Jewish, and even though we kind of had a Christmas, it was never, like, a fully Christmassy Christmas. So that's why I told Cody, I'm like, once we move out, I am going full Yule on my ass, okay? I'm getting all the shit, gonna do all this nice stuff, we're gonna get a log, it's gonna be great. It's kind of boring to me now, though. What is? Oh, no, Slime Rancher's fun. What's the difference between using and not using a stabilizer? A stabilizer kind of stables your pen, so it slows your, like, reaction to how it does it, so you can have a smoother, cleaner line. I'm going to talk about that when I do my Psy tricks and tips video, which should hopefully be coming out soon, if I have it all my notes written out. Okay. I should probably use a stabilizer then. Oh man, are your commissions open? Yes, Melon Maiden, my commissions are open. I'm also currently open for a Halloween chibi sale as well. Honestly, Miss Wissy, it's gonna take a while before you find your good style. That was like me, because mine was the same way. Do you go to any art classes when you were little? When I was little, no. Oh, that's so cute! I can't wait to see. Where can I find info for your commissions? Melanie Maiden, all of my commission info is in the description. It's either on DA or Fur Affinity. And then I have widgets and stuff on my page so you can go and just click the info. It's really easy to follow. What's your opinion on people using bases? I mean, I think it's fine if you're learning. I used to use bases when I was learning, so. I'm not anti-base, because I do think it does help you learn, but you shouldn't use it as a crutch all the time. Like, I was using it because a lot of my art at the time I thought sucked, so I used them when I felt like my art wasn't good, but I still drew, so I learned from the bases. Oh, this girl's hair is so fucking cute! Ooh! No, because I used to do it. I will not take art trades that are done in base form or anything like that. But as, you know, when I was a little wee one, I did bases, so that's why I don't really, you know, if you're young and you're learning, I don't see a problem with it. Just eventually, you know, grow out of it. It's the same with when I've talked about when it's like, oh, you condone people who, you know, who trace over other people's artwork, and I'm like, no, but when I was 12, I did it, because everybody at one point or another in their life, even if they were a fucking kid, has traced something. It's being a kid, and anyone who says, no, I've never traced in my life is a fucking liar. Okay, I knew friends who say that, and I'm like, but you used to trace the Pokemon, like how to draw books. I'm like, well, that's different. I'm like, no, it's still fucking tracing. You're tracing someone else's work. You know. I find a problem, though, when you're doing it for profit. My computer keeps crashing. No! Oh, I was joking. I used to use bases to get used to working in Photoshop because I never used the digital program before. Yeah, see, and that's another thing, too. Like, a lot of people tell me, like, oh, well, how do I start? How do I start? And I'm like, honestly, start by learning how to color shit. That's what I did. Because you do that, and that way you understand the program, you understand the layers. Because if you're just jumping from traditional art to digital art with no idea how digital art works, you're gonna have a bad time. Because, you know, art programs take time to know how to use. You need to know how to use layers, you know, and you need to understand how brushes move. You need to know how pressure sensitivity works. It's not, it really isn't like pencil to paper. It takes time. Will you ever do a coloring tutorial? Because I'm kind of struggling with that. Yeah, I plan on doing not really a tutorial, but more so how I color and stuff, because a lot of people have been asking me. And my old one is pretty outdated. Okay, no, I need to do it. Linda, I don't know if you heard me, but I think this character's hair is cute. Let's see, hold on. No. Good luck with the stream. I have to go, sorry. No, man, have no problem. Aru, have fun. Hey, again, Julia, no problem. I mean, when I started out, I just used MS Paint, so, like, again, it's just a learning it's just a learning curve. You know, you gotta take time to learn it. That's why I don't get, people get so mad. It's like, it's so easy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's learning. Nothing in learning should be easy. But you should still have fun doing it, or else why would you keep doing it if you're not having fun? That's my mentality anyway. Ah, my neck. Though I do wish I had a standing desk. Because my current desk is a great desk. But it sucks for me. I don't feel bad. What's your opinion on art thieves? I've talked about that before on my channel. Pretty much, if you're a kid and they're not doing it for a profit, then don't get mad. Just talk to them nicely like a person. I think half the time the reason why people are like really mad at art thieves is because they're like, they like super chew down their throats. And I'm just sitting here like, you know, half the time it's a kid and they don't know any better. But now if it's an adult doing it for a profit, then yes, and by all means get pissed off. But if you usually just talk to them like a person, I have never had a person, because I've had some people trace my stuff, and I've talked to them nicely, and they've taken it down. They've never been bad, and they've never been mean to me. But then I see he'd be like, oh, this asshole stole my art, everyone needs to hate them, and go send them hate, they stole my art, nah! And then it's like, well, okay, now you seem like an asshole, and of course they're going to want to fight you back because you're sending people to fucking attack them. As long as it's not for a profit, I mean, I don't want people to repost my work, but if I find out and I talk to them nicely, I've never had someone be an asshole about it. Treat people how you want to be treated. Simple as that. I can't art, that's why I came here while coding. Hey, there's nothing wrong, I can't code, so have fun with that. How do you guys feel about people making rants on people art? Is it necessary and accessible? Oh, thank you, Green Wolf. Lily Rose, like, okay, I think when it comes to that, I think, you know, if the person wants an open critique, because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, oh, can you critique my art? Can you critique my art? Like, in a video, or, like, do what Zodiac does, and I'm like, oh, well, I want to do that, but I'm going to need to make a video for that, nah. That's different if people are giving a critique than if people are just full-on assholes. Like, people have been like, oh, you're so angry all the time, and you rant all the time, and I'm like, I have reasons for it, but I'm not really angry when I'm ranting. I have reasons, and I talk about it, you know, and I'm not calling, whenever I call, like, when I made that artists can scam people video, people are like, oh, how dare you call out people, that's not cool, and I'm like, I think people should know that artists can scam people. Did I name drop anybody? No. People in my chat did, but did I? No. I didn't want to witch hunt. I just felt people should know that artists are fucking people. Because people seem to put artists on this, like, super high pedestal of, like, godhood, to where they're like, huh, my artist is so pure and so innocent, they would never do something so mean. And then they find out that the artist is a person, and they're like, ah, how dare! Killing life at the same time. Whoops. It's probably because I'm taking forever. Oh my god, it's 3:35. It should not be taking this long to work on these. So distracted. Okay. Oh no, I don't want curved lines. Shit, I wanted normal. Okay. Frost. Best way to learn anatomy? The best way to learn anatomy is to trace skeletal structures. That's at least what I did. Trace like muscle structures and stuff like that so you know where it kind of goes. And then do figure drawing. That way you can just get the basic gesture of a person. Oh no, Lily Rose, I completely agree. When like a person is starting out and they're like, oh, this art looks like crap. It's like, well, the person's probably starting out. They probably don't have years of experience. Like, I've been doing commissions now for... Oh, this is like my 4th year, you know, but I've been doing art... seriously for at least, like, 10 years, you know? So it takes a long time. And a lot of people need to understand that because people don't take it into consideration. And it makes me mad. Because art very much is a skill. It is, you know, yes, there's a talent to, you know, how creative you can be. But I also feel like talent can be a thing that's learned as well. I mean, look at when people make Mary Sue's. You know, I'm sure you don't go out of your way to make a Mary Sue. You actually think the character is a good character when you're starting out. Because you don't have much to, you know, grasp onto. You don't really understand certain storytelling and structure works in a character. Because, you know, you're learning. I mean, who would have thought? Hey, Michi, I'm gonna head out now. Thanks for the stream. I can't wait for this. Alright, Miss Wissy, have fun! Yeah, see, Linda, it's the same way. And, like, I've been doing it for years, and I still suck at Photoshop. How does one draw hands? Reference. Because I still suck at drawing hands. I need reference. I'm drawing a hand and it legit looks like a busted up french fry. Oh god, Mary Sue. Bye everyone, Deb's in. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I noticed Ash doesn't leave her braid. Doesn't have her braid crown. Braid crown? Braid crown? What braid crown? Oh! Oh, I missed that. Okay, I'll add it. I'll add it in her sketch. Thank you. I didn't see it. I need to leave it that way so I can see it. Sorry, that's my bad. I did not see it. I'll add it in a minute. Sorry. How do you draw lips? How do I draw lips? I pretty much do this. My lips are pretty basic, but I love big poofy lips, so I just do like a moof. So we'll have a moof. And then I'll have a bottom lip, and then I'll have a top lip. Boom. That's how I do lips. Yeah, it's honestly, it really is. I mean, you can see I have some really old art on my DA that you can go through and see how much I've improved over the years. So it's true, like, everyone starts off differently. You know, and some people improve very fast and some don't, and you need to make sure that people understand that as well. For someone who improves very fast, they might be with someone who improves very slow. But maybe they improve very slow because they don't draw as much as you do. You know? So it is very much a learning process. What drawing tablet do you have? I have a Wacom Intuos. I have a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. I have it before they started integrating the touch into it. Okay. I'm getting tired. Speaking of, someone bought me a coffee. I gotta tell Cody he's gotta buy me a coffee, and then I'll pay him back on his way home. I want a fucking coffee. Why doesn't your head look even? It's chilly here in Norway. Oh, cool, Jason. Happy you're in Norway. Oh, Green Wolf. I get that all the time. I get that from friends, too. What? Let's see. Doot. Doot, doot. Hey, Lucy Yang, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. No, don't live in an oven. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so you... It's not proportionate. Okay. Hey, have you ever gone on holiday? If you have, where to go? I've never went on holiday. I have, but oh, I'm not feeling good. Hold on. Oh, my stomach. My breakfast is coming back to haunt me. I've gone to... I haven't really left the United States, and I want to. But I have gone to Florida. I've gone to Nevada. I've gone to Oregon and Washington. Excuse me. I've been to North Carolina, but that's about it. I want to travel more, but months. Because when I go on holiday or vacation, I am the kind of person where I like to plan ahead. I like to have fun, so I like to have a good chunk of money saved so I can enjoy my vacation. Because I'm not saying you can't have a good vacation and not spend money, but I want to not think about having to spend money. Like, if I want to have fun, I want to have fun and not be like, ooh, I don't know if I can pay my bills this month because I'm going on vacation. Oh, I shouldn't spend this money. Because then I feel like you're not going to have fun. That's how I feel about it, at least. Because I have friends be like, oh, well, that's a stupid way to think. You should just go anyway. And I'm like, I want to have fun. How is that being stupid that I want to have a good time on my vacation and not have to freak out about months? Let's see. What's your ear? Oh, how cute! Let's see. I've gone to California a few times. It's not planning bit does sound bit dumb. What? Are you okay? Your stomach and stuff, I mean. You sound like you were in a lot of pain a minute ago. I am. It's really weird. It just hit me out of nowhere. Speaking of improving, a few years ago I had someone comment on my work every day that I need improvement on a certain thing. And when he demands weren't met, the next day he kept nitpicking. Oh, well, Jason, that guy's a fucking asshole. You should block him. Hello, I just wanted to say it's so hard to think of improvement when every art style is different in their own way. Also, I feel bad. You sound like you're about to fall asleep. I'm not tired. I'm just... Ooh. I was referring to the vacation comment. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Wrong think. Was Ian? Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just suddenly not feeling good. This top is so cute. Okay, so I should draw that out, though, because I didn't draw out the top like a derp. Should have done that. Okay. So, your breasticles are around here. So since the top goes up this way, it would be like this. I'm not tired, I'm suddenly not feeling well. It's so weird. Ugh. You know what? It's gotta be what I ate for breakfast. I knew I shouldn't have ordered that, but it just sounded so good. Because Cody surprised me and took me out to breakfast this morning. And then he's off working on his car. And then it would be like a... So, a little lower. So just go past the shirt. There we go. More Chad pumps, probably. Oh yeah, no, I got my period this morning. I already know that's a thing, but why is my phone not updating the chat like it used to? Hold on, let me exit out real quick and come back. Hold on. Because it's not keeping up with the chat.
In the chat, like...
Oh, that's so loud. Holy fuck. Let's see. Do you have any weird stories from your other jobs? Yeah, I've got a few. But she's in Washington, Mom in Idaho, and I'm sick. It sucks not being with her. Oh, well, hey, Julia, as long as you, like, text your friend or call them, that's all that matters. Let them know you care. Oof. You know, I might have to pause. I might have to stop the stream soon. I do not want to, but I'm getting pretty nauseated right now. It sucks because I'm really liking this picture. I want to get it done. Get some medicine maybe and lay down or something. You sick yourself or... Oh, are you sure, Linda? Oh, okay. Ugh. Oh, that's good to know, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, because it seems to just be getting worse. Because I think what it was my breakfast was too heavy because we went out and well, I don't tend to eat breakfast food. I don't like breakfast food at diners. I know, it's like go to a diner, you get breakfast food, but I just didn't really want any, and now, oof, I'm suffering for it. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pause it here. I'll talk with Linda, and we'll I'll like message you, and we can reschedule so I can finish this, because I really want to finish this, but yeah, it's getting hard for me, guys. All right, so I had a great time. Hope you did too. I'm just gonna go lay down because my peppermint tea is not working. Whew. All right. Hi, Casey-chan. So, your temperature, maybe it's your temperature, probably. All right. Love you guys. I hope you had fun. I know I didn't want to end it like this, so I'll try to do another part really soon, and I'll talk to you guys later.